Audio Jungle.
Hello everyone, this is Al Kabir, the analyst, and today I'll be talking to Seattle Seahawks Russell Wilson. He is very frustrated, and this is Al Kabir, the analyst. I just read a couple things before I report on this, that Brandon Marshall, he talked to a former teammate of the Seattle Seahawks, and they believe Russell Wilson won out, but he just doing it in a classy way. But then I read other reports that Seattle Seahawks are not treating Russell Wilson. It's just not happening. But let's get to it. Russell Wilson, to me, he's above average quarterback. I don't know how people put him top 5 and all that. But to me, he's very above average. Is he top 10? Yes, but top 5, I don't see it. I don't see him being better than Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson or Tom Brady. There's a couple other quarterbacks out there. I just don't see him better than Aaron Rodgers. I don't think he's better than those guys. I'm sorry. He's a great system quarterback. So he's frustrated with the offensive line. Let's get that. He's frustrated with the offensive line. And Russell Wilson, he reminds me of Dak Prescott, or should I say Dak Prescott reminds me of Russell Wilson. They need everything perfect. They need the perfect offensive line. They need the perfect running back. They need the perfect receivers. They need the perfect defense. They need the perfect offensive coordinator, the perfect coach in order for them to exceed. And we seen when Russell Wilson when he was a game manager and he had all those things, he went to the Super Bowl twice and won one time. But that Super Bowl, when they wanted to make Russell Wilson his Super Bowl hero, what he do? He throw a pick at the 1 yard line instead of handing it to the running back. Instead of doing that, and they always wanted Russell Wilson to be that guy, Seattle Seahawks, and he's just not. He's more of a game manager. Can he go off? Absolutely. We've seen what he can do to like below average team, to like Dallas or to like Atlanta or even to Philly, even though he didn't even have the best game against Philly. But when he play a stout defense, like I can say the Giants defense is stout, which he only put up 12 points. When he plays like a defense like Buffalo, he had one of his worst numbers. Or when he played defense like the Rams, had one of his worst numbers, or the 49ers. But when he had those numbers, oh, it's the offensive line, or it's this, or it's that. That's the same argument I make about Dak. Dak can put up historic numbers. When he play that top tier defense or something just not clicking, we blame everything else. And Russell Wilson does the exact same thing. I made a video about Russell Wilson. They was 5-1. 5-1. I said they are the most overrated team in the NFL. I said it. Got criticized in my comments. I didn't know what I was talking about. I'm a wannabe YouTuber. Don't know football. I don't know anything about football. I went back in those comments. They like, you know what? You was right. You was right. And I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you. If you look at it, he's being under 500 teams. But the over 500 team he beat was like the Dolphins. Did he beat the Rams one time? I'm not even sure. But yeah, he was being a lot of under 500 teams. And this is the NFL. Take advantage of that. But I'm like, who have they beat? But now you see all this other stuff coming out, like Russell Wilson frustrated. He wants out, but he's trying to do it in a classy way. And to me, he's just a game manager. I'm sorry. He's I'm not even sure the word. I can't even find a word, like a upgraded or a top tier game manager. Like, he's not like a game manager like a Kirk Cousins. He's not like a Alex Smith. He's better than those guys, but I don't see him really being a game changer either. Like, once again, when he won that Super Bowl, everything was perfect. Marshawn Lynch was playing at a high level. Legion of Boom. And all he really had to do is not turn the ball over. That everything else was just falling in place. But now he's kind of getting exposed, but the league loved Russell Wilson so much He's like just this gentleman guy that they don't want to criticize him. They don't want to put him on that pedestal of being highly criticized. I believe the NFL wants him to be the face of the NFL, but he's just not good enough. I'm sorry, he's not good enough to be like the face of the NFL. Got the perfect marriage, perfect family, and they want all of that to translate in the NFL, and I don't think it is. And I'm not criticizing his character. Russell Wilson is a great guy as far as what I see. He's a great guy. You don't really see him in the news. You're always with his family. And I'm just criticizing the football, man. I'm criticizing the football. His numbers were great. He went for 4,212 yards, 40 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's really, really good. The way he played them teams over 500 wasn't good. Look at his numbers against the Bills. Look at his numbers against the Giants, not even over a 500 team. Look at his numbers against the Giants. Look at his number against the Rams. Look at his numbers against teams over 500. He was not good enough. And for them to put it all on the offensive line, which is really not that good, not gonna lie, but we had to start looking at Russell Wilson. We really had to start looking at him. He's part of the problem as well. But to go over 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns, that's 40 touchdowns, that's great. That is great numbers, but man, you're gonna have to start doing it against winning teams. That's my problem with Russell Wilson. He has to start doing it against winning teams. But it's just funny that I really put out a video about him and I really got criticized. But now all comes to light, man. Sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right. Had Buffalo Bills going to the Super Bowl, I was wrong. I said Seattle Seahawks was overhyped, I was right. I said Kansas City Chiefs was going to win the Super Bowl, I was wrong. So I'm wrong and I'm right sometimes, but it's one of those things, man, I really looked at and I'm like, man, he give me that Dak Prescott vibes, man. He do. And once again, Dak can put up great numbers, but can he do it without everything being perfect? That's why the Dallas Cowboys don't want to pay Dak Prescott. Another story for another time, but Russell Wilson will not be traded, man. That's not happening. That's not happening. But what do you think and how do you feel, man? Is Russell Wilson making excuses? I say yeah. He got a number one receiver. Got a pretty decent defense on the other side. Not Legion of Boom, but decent. Decent offensive line, but they just not as great as they was when they went to the Super Bowl. Everything gets decent. Some of those things he had to overcome. We'll see in the future, man. We'll see. We'll see if one day I'm wrong. But this is Alcabir, the analyst. Ghost.